Movie audiences everywhere. Starring in box office hits like My Man Godfrey with David Niven and Some Came Running with Frank Sinatra, she also showed plenty of courage when she played opposite me in Paris Holiday. Please welcome the lovely Martha Hyer right here. Martha, it's wonderful seeing you again.
Oh, Bob, I wouldn't have missed it for anything. You know, you haven't changed a bit.
Isn't she sweet? Anybody want to buy a used Medicare card?
Bob, wouldn't it be fun to do another picture together? If we could find the right script.
Oh, that won't be easy. To score at the box office today, I'd have to play the leading lady, you'd have to play the leading man, and we'd have to give birth to a creature from a distant planet who keeps trying to call home.
I guess the story would be pretty outrageous.
Not to mention the phone bill.
Why couldn't we just do another picture like Paris Holiday? We had a wonderful time over there, didn't we?
Yeah, it was fantastic, and I'd love to get back to Paris. And if I could get my old room back, what a view of the city I had.
You know, I've always wondered about that. How did you ever get permission to stay in the Eiffel Tower?
Martha, you and I share another memory. I was with you when you received your Oscar nomination for Some Came Running. Tell me, what did it feel like when you opened the telegram?
Before or after you grabbed it out of my hand?
Well, I was just making sure they didn't make a mistake. You know, Hyer, Hope. They're easy names to get mixed up.
Well, I was thrilled. And, Bob, I appreciated the wire you sent me later.
Hey, I was happy for you. Besides, I don't think about myself all the time.
His telegram said, "Congratulations. See what comes of working with me?"
Well, I'll try and make it up to you right now. Ladies and gentlemen, here are some scenes from Paris Holiday, starring Bob Hope and Martha Hyer, the Oscar nominee. How was that?
Beats the telegram.
Pardonnez-moi, mademoiselle, is this mouchoir yours? Vous?
Merci bien, monsieur.
Oh, wait a minute, honey. Cherie, that is.
Oui, monsieur.
Voila. I know that's clean. Everybody says it. You French girl, me American boy. At least I got the sexes right. Good neighbor policy. You know, we make beautiful music together. No? Wonder what's French for beautiful music.
La belle musique. But I'm afraid I don't play duets, Mr. Hunter.
Hey, you're American. You know my name.
Everybody knows your name. My brother, for instance, he's a great fan of yours.
Yeah?
And he's almost 7. Now, if you'll excuse me. Good night, Mr. Hunter. I've enjoyed chatting with you.
Hey, you know, that's the first nice thing you've said about me.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you. You've been saying so many nice things about yourself.
Oh, and brains, too. Not that you need any added accessories. I'll settle for the factory job. This your first trip to Paris?
My 24th.
No. What do you do, run over every weekend and borrow a cup of perfume?
No, I work for the American Embassy.
How about that? I just knew you were on our side. Say, what do you say we,
I wouldn't think of it. Good night, Mr. Hunter. There ought to be a law against violin music and moonlight. They do things to a girl.
Yeah, and then those things do things to a guy. Great night for things, isn't it?
The French are so wonderfully impulsive. They don't ask for a kiss. They do whatever they wish.
No wonder we have to send the money. Nobody's showing up at the office.
One of my favorite comedians is my next guest. We had a lot of laughs together on a number of my specials, including a couple of Christmas shows overseas. She's always in demand for television, the movies, and the legitimate stage. The multi-talented, vivacious Janice Page, right here. Janice, you look sensational.
Thank you, Bob.
I swear, you've got the same figure you had 20 years ago.
Yeah, but this one costs a lot more.
I know what you mean. The price is almost double for my orthopedic hip huggers.
You know, I was just going to tell you that you have the same figure that you had years ago.
You're right. I sure do. It's in here somewhere, covered by the one I have now.
You know, Bob, you've always amazed me. All the specials you do and the personal appearances all over the country. Where do you get all the pep and the energy?
Well, I sprinkle silicone chips on my Wheaties.
Come on, Bob.
Okay, the truth? I sprinkle them on my Twinkies. Now that I exercise, the first thing I do in the morning, I do push-ups.
That's very strenuous. How many do you do?
As many as it takes to push up the bed covers. But I'll give you my real health secret.
What's that?
Richard Simmons comes in twice a week, and we toss organic salads together. Janice, what do you do to keep in shape?
Well, most important, I am on the Burbank diet.
Burbank diet?
Yes, I eat everything that's not tied down in Burbank.
Well, they all sure landed in the right places, I'll tell you that.
Thank you. Well, Bob, I actually do exercise, and I go to dance class every day.
Well, you should have come to me before I went into vaudeville. I used to teach dancing.
Really, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Could you show me how to do the minuet?
Sorry, I don't go any further back than the Lawrence Welk funky turkey trot.
I can do that one and blow bubbles at the same time.
Like I said, she's multi-talented. Now we're going to see a little scene from Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, good. You know, you had a great role in that picture, hiding out in the San Fernando Valley to write a book, and all the beautiful women in the neighborhood throwing themselves at you.
Well, it was sort of typecasting.
Practically a documentary.
Now, in this scene coming up, you drop over to my house, we have a little drinky, and you come on very strong to me.
And you completely reject me.
Yeah, egad, what acting.
I'm not keeping you from anything urgent, am I?
Well, I was going to dust, but I can do that later. Am I holding you up?
Well, as a matter of fact, you are. From my cocktail hour.
Well, isn't it a little early?
Well, what else is there to do?
In alphabetical order?
There's something I might explain about Tom and me that would put your mind very at ease, maybe. Can you make a really dry Gibson?
5 parts gin, and I think for a moment about the vermouth.
See, we're separated. We hardly ever see each other. Does that put your mind very at ease?
Just my conscience. My mind is having a ball.
Huh? Well, we're more than separated, really. We're about to be divorced. I consider myself an unattached woman, practically.
There's a little hitchhiker.
Thank you. You see, we have community property laws in this state, and he's finding out now that he can't treat me the way he treats me. Aren't you going to have one?
A little early for me.
Early? It's April. Cheers. I'm a lonely woman, Jack. So very, very lonely.
Yeah, I'm beginning to see what you mean. Have you ever thought of buying a parakeet? They say tropical fish are fun.
I can't help it. I'm not made of stone, you know.
No, not unless they're doing some new things with it.
Thanks for the memory of rainy afternoons, swinging Harlem tunes, motor trips and burning lips and burning toast and prunes. How lovely it was. Thanks for the memory of candlelight and wine, castles on the Rhine, the Parthenon, and moments on the Hudson River line. How lovely it was. Many's the time that we feasted, and many's the time that we fasted. Oh, well, it was swell while it lasted. We did have fun, and no harm done. So thanks for the memory of crap games on the floor, nights in Singapore. You might have been a headache, but you never were a bore. Oh, thank you so much.
Les? Well, that's our show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, my road to Hollywood. Needless to say, for me, it was an exciting and nostalgic journey, but it would have been half as much fun without you along to share it. And who could have asked for a more charming and talented group of guest stars to provide so many delightful stops along the way? My sincere thanks to each of them and to all the great writers, producers, directors, and everyone behind the movie camera whose enthusiasm and creativity made my road to Hollywood so deeply satisfying, so rewarding, and so darn much fun. I don't have to tell you that I couldn't be prouder to be a part of this marvelous industry, for the language of motion pictures is a universal one, not only able to cross international boundaries, but to erase them. When seen throughout the world, America's movies provide an accurate reflection of our customs, our attitudes, and our dreams. The best of them speak for each and every one of us in a voice that says more